And we're live. That was quick, fast, 2 p.m. on the nose. Welcome in, everybody. Who's here? I don't see anybody. We're streaming.
I have these.
We're live. Oh, they'll start coming in. We actually, chat's late.
I have these.
Wow. Welcome in.
Fruity treats.
Fruity treats.
Fruity treats.
We're on the nose today.
Are we live?
People
don't expect us to be on
We
time.
are live.
People have stopped expecting us to be on
Oi,
time.
thumb pal enthusiast, lumberjack. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. You all right over there? Did you have a hard fruit snack?
No. I would say don't include the yellow ones.
Oh, no good? Yellow snow?
Kind of like yellow snow. No.
They're just pea flavored. They just taste like pee. Urine. Hey, absolutely. Lumberjack was asking about some streaming tips earlier today.
Don't give him any pointers.
Oh, I gave him a couple.
Bad info, right?
Horrible info.
Okay. Good.
Monument's here for you now. For
Misleading
your
info,
help.
right?
Welcome in.
What's going on, everybody? It's freaking Friday.
Dude, I know. I know, man.
Freaking Friday.
How do we feel today?
Were you over there when did you see what I sent?
Yes.
About how our lovely neighborhood competitive company still can't find a single ounce of their own creativity. They have to rob us for everything. We're sour around here today, chat. Very sour.
Silly. I've been thinking about content creation stream for the past few days. Hey, that's what we do every day from Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday?
Mountain Standard Time.
2 p.m.,
Sarcastic
4 p.m.
Grandpa with a 75 stream streak? Whoa.
Mountain Standard Time.
How are we feeling about this model, Jason?
I'm liking it, Christopher. Thanks for asking. It gets me jazzed.
Well, what do you know?
Puts a little pep in my step.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Little spark in my trousers.
This is the people's stream. Today, we the people will put the paint on the model. Today. Yeah.
Welcome to Communist Paint Hour.
Communist paint hour.
Yeah, the people's stream.
The people's stream. Do.
Doot.
We the painters. Yes, Orky Fish. What up, nerd? Says Dusty Hobbies.
Hey.
We're just, living the dream every single day.
Every single day, Chris.
We
don't mess around.
We don't play games.
We don't play games. We get straight to living the dream.
You know what? We are high business today, folks.
High business?
High business.
What does that even mean?
Like we are elevated business. This is a very business stream today.
Is this the one where we do the like, all right, gang, in order to get to your goals, I'm expecting everybody to wake up at about 4 o'clock every morning. And then when you wake up at 4 o'clock and dip your head in that ice water, the next thing you're going to do is grab your Pyro Red.
Yes. I put a bunch of stickers on my little choo-choo train.
Is this like, what?
Yeah, look at this. See? Showing them on. Put a bunch of stickers on the.
I can't see. Oh, you did. Can I see this thing? What the absolute?
Don't you touch that.
This is a chonky boy. It looks like a submarine torpedo.
It looks like something. Wow. That's it. Fun, isn't it? Now I know you want it. Thank you. Look at that. We're brothers. We're brothers on the train. What did Philip say? Do you even want to read this? Monument Philip.
Monument Phil.
We are serious today. No tomfoolery.
No tomfoolery or
right.
fool Tomery. We don't fool Tom and we don't Tom fool.
Yep, Jason owns it now. It's Jason's train. I know he's gonna ask it. Gonna ask for it again. You watch, chat. Train horns are the best. They are. High business. No CBD flavored pro acryl here. We are low business, but high business. Low, high, high to low.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
All right, I need to hit the reset button.
It's freaking already starting, and I just got here.
Let's go back. I have a really serious question for you, chat.
No, you don't.
I don't, actually. I don't. I'll now be the worst chatter for the rest of the day. Philip, I'm going to figure out how to ban you, which will be hilarious. Christopher, you just ruined my seriousness. I will now be the worst chatter for the rest of the day. You've done this to yourself.
So let me explain how serious Phil is not. Phil was over there laughing and guffawing, and I had to tell him this was Serious Friday.
See, you told him it was Serious Friday.
It's Serious freaking Friday. And he was just over there just laughing and joke telling and saying they were talking about the Simpsons, and I'm like, this is serious business.
Hey, you guys, we got work. What are you doing,
The business
Philip?
of Monument Hobbies is serious business.
Get back to work. I'm serious.
We've got to find ways to combat our absolute lack of creativity in our competitors. We have to be serious. Tomfoolery. He said tomfoolery.
That's hilarious.
Has anybody known a tomfoolery or a Phil Tomery? That would be the greatest name ever.
Tomfoolery.
You're going to write a TTRPG where the focus is chatting and messing with Chris to level up your character. Look forward on Drive By RPG soon.
Drive By.
I'm down. I'll help back this. Is this a start kicker?
A start kicker? That's Monument's next venture, by the way. We're just going to start kicker.
We're going to start kicker this.
And the only thing you're allowed to do is make real stuff. Chris, remember that model I was going to build for you? In the trash. Well, chat. Well, wait a minute. We need that model.
Is this a model for me or for Chris?
Model for Jason. Well, no. Model for we the people. We the people are doing that. Here's a question. What about thinning ratio would be used for running bold titanium white through an airbrush, a 0.3 millimeter airbrush? Clogged my ellipsis pretty badly last night trying to zenithal 1:1.
What thinning ratio would you use to run bold titanium white through a 0.3 airbrush? Clogged your clips up pretty bad, 1:1. That should work fine. How, when we talk about thinning ratios, you're talking about needing to discuss the humidity in your area. Is it dry? Is it wet where you're at? The wetter it is, the less thinning you need, right? Because you get a little bit of extra dry time out of your paint anyway. If it's super dry where you're at, then you might want to go 2:1 thinning. But you also might want to really, really do a thorough cleaning of your brush, right? Because it sounds like your nozzle has probably got some inherent clogging going on. That can happen, Chet. It can happen.
So, can we know your competitor that's causing issues so we can troll them?
Let's just dox them, right? No. You guys know. You probably see their ads. They're the least creative company in our entire industry, and all they do is steal from... Well, okay, that's not true. Right? I don't like to talk S, but there's a couple of them, Jack.
Hey, you know what we do?
Roll right along.
We do us.
All right.
Monument Army. Porky Fish. You're hired. Little Billy. Jason and I had a good dinner last night.
I think... Oh, that's right. They knew we went to dinner.
Yeah, it was nice.
We told the people.
We had a long shoot, so...
We told the people.
We needed to treat ourselves, which was good. It was a good shoot. A lot of good info.
I think I'm going to use some beige red here. Beige red, chat. Another great flesh tone.
You like the sound of my Synology over here?
Is that the drive? Beep, beep, boop, I'm like, what is going on over there, R2-D2?
It is, yeah. Sometimes it'll kick on if there's something being backed up, because it'll do like a backup. B-Town, my boxes of AMP colors arrives tomorrow. Nice.
Awesome.
You're gonna love them.
Well, that's a heck of a weekend.
That is. That is. Ooh. Good painting weekend. What's Jason gonna do this weekend?
I have no idea. I still have a little bit of work to do on my closets. Jen and I have been redoing our closet, our master bedroom closet. And I finished Jen's side of it. We got big closet cabinets and all that, kind of like California closets, but do it yourself.
California closets.
And I built all of hers about 3 weeks ago. I built mine last weekend after getting back from Adepticon and things settling down around here. And now I have to do like the drawers and all the ancillary crap that finishes it out. Shoe things and all that.
Ghost Hunter, I saw you said you were packing up your house. You said, I'm packing my house and moving. I don't know we'll have access to my paints again. Oh, no. I saw you got a new job. That was in chat earlier.
Well, that's good. Where, when you say you're packing up and
Where
moving, Ghost Hunter, wait a minute.
Where are you going?
Where are you going? Leaving the swamp.
Thomas J. Gamble's asking, advanced skin tone is still my fave, but why is it called that?
Flesh tones are very, very difficult to come up with names for. The public tends to get really testy with it. So in a lot of cases, we're like, okay, well, we're just going to use this because it technically doesn't mean anything, which goes against our normal naming conventions, right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like it is, and it's an advanced skin tone. It's a flesh tone that on its own is maybe not what you would use as the overall flesh for a model. It's meant as a mixer. It's meant as a great base tone for skin that you would then work up with shadow flesh or mix it in with dark flesh or black brown. So it's really just because of the advanced uses that it can get to. When we were working with Ben and Matt, that's kind of the term we kept using, is that it's a more advanced flesh tone that allows you to get a lot more than just Caucasian skin out of it. But we're, unfortunately in today's world, you have to be kind of sensitive because we have one that's called dark flesh. And believe it or not, we catch a little bit of grief for that. It's like, I mean, it's a color. Yeah. It's not trying to point you to any group of people.
Sure.
So we just went with advanced flesh tone, made that a lot easier.
Yeah, advanced flesh tone is slowly becoming one of my favorite glazes, and one of my favorite glazes.
It's a tremendous color. It really, really is. I feel like I don't know what this is. I feel like that's going to be like a bloody tendon.
A bloody tendon?
Yeah, it's got some like exposed.
Oh, you're doing ligaments, doing skin right now, or like bone?
I'm doing like the guts, but I'm starting it with a skin tone.
You do a little blood splatter on there.
We'll do some colorant. I'm doing all the tears. This is completely backwards to the way you should do this, by the way, chat. You should paint all this stuff first so that you're not having to get in here, but it's showing you how good of a point these Dauntless brushes have, because they're letting me work in these tight confines. The Dauntless brushes look like, and this is all subject to change, but they look like they're going to be $22.50 a set.
$22.50?
$22.
Chat, you're going to be making money by buying these things.
$22.50 a set.
Oh my gosh. Everybody out. This is not a drill. That's incredible.
$22.50 a set. So
we'll my goodness.
$5 a brush. 5 brushes. If you're buying individuals.
That's awesome.
So the set is really $25 MSRP, but with our set discount, it's $22.50.
Wow.
And you can do the BYOB.
T. Schmidt, I'll take 4.
I'll take 4.
Oh, I'm replacing all of my brushes now. Little Billy, Dauntless brushes when? Coming soon.
Coming soon. I don't know where we are with the labeling.
We'll let you know, chat, on social, so keep an eye out right when those go on the store. We will announce that. We'll do a quick blurb. And we'll also announce it in Discord as well. $22.50. My goodness.
Good price, Chad.
Cheaper than going out to dinner half
Everybody
the time
else is
now.
raising their prices. We're bringing you value.
That's right. Not sushi points.
Not sushi points.
The equivalent to real
You
dollars
cannot use
is not a real thing.
22.50 sushi points unless it's 22 million.
22 million. Oh my gosh,
500,000 sushi points.
The country of Max Sushi's currency is down, down, down. It's 2 million to it's 1 million to 1, chat. Nice.
Sushi points, not all they used to be.
Right? Wow.
The GDP of Sushi Nation is what?
I don't know.
You don't know?
GDP?
Do you even pay attention to your own country?
I don't even know, man.
We talked about starting an island where we would do fuse bucks.
Fuse bucks. Do you accept bottle caps? Yes. Whatever. We'll take that as a currency so we can melt them down. We'll just do that. Yes, we will accept bottle caps.
The country is so poor.
We will take all your bottle caps.
That we will just go straight to recycling.
Orkyfish says, I have 2,000 sushi points according to my spreadsheet. I'm glad someone out there is keeping a spreadsheet.
I feel like they're going to take advantage of you, Chris. You needed to have been a little bit more attentive.
Let's back up. I've never been more attentive in my entire life when it comes to sushi points. Here's the deal. You can never have or save enough sushi points.
Be very careful whenever he starts a sentence with, here's the deal.
When in doubt, save your money.
Oh, wait.
I was going to say pull it out, but
when in doubt, whip it out.
Oops. I'm saving my sushi points for when Chris opens a sushi restaurant. That is never going to happen. But, Spaznet, I appreciate.
Do you know a little secret is that Chris Mac Sushi doesn't even like sushi?
That's not true. I even mentioned last night, let's go to sushi.
Last night when he was like, are you ready yet? And I'm like, where are we going? And he's like, anywhere that isn't sushi. And I was like, God dang it, Chris. You said I could go anywhere I wanted, and I was really looking forward to sushi.
I literally said that the first thing. I'm like, hey, you want to go get sushi? And you're like,
Incorrect.
Oh, my gosh.
So then he forced me to go get Mexican food, which I hate.
Because Arizona's really known for their bad Mexican food.
Horrible Mexican food.
Oh, my gosh. T. Schmidt says, is the starter set still a thing?
It will be with the Dauntless brushes. We've taken it off the market right now until the Dauntless brushes are ready. So it will come with a set of Dauntless brushes and then the colors.
Yes, I'm excited. That's going to be a fun starter set. Get ready to $22.50. Get behind us now. That's just, like I said, you're going to be making money.
That's what we do, chat. What we do.
The bank will look at your credit card statement and said, for that? What? I'll just give you the money. Great investment. They won't do that, by the way.
Is your bank looking at what you spend your money on and then contacting you?
They're always looking.
Yeah, no. Like, where do you bank? Big Brother?
Big Brother are us. That's the name of my bank.
I don't understand. My bank never calls me unless somebody writes like ridiculous checks.
What are you doing? They're like, whoa.
The bank call us.
You're spending your own money?
Yeah, exactly. How dare you?
Whoa. Is this really the right decision? Yeah, I have to eat. Okay, if you say so. That's what banks sound like, if anybody needed to know, by the way, Jeff.
Absolutely.
Whoa. Do the first 1,000 orders get a Chris or Gabe bobblehead doll? TK421, do you copy? I cannot confirm or deny that.
I just recently found a place that makes custom bobbleheads.
Oh, now that would be fun.
They take a scan of your head.
Okay.
And then
here in the valley?
Make a bobblehead out of you.
I got myself 3D printed once.
Yeah, Jen and I did too. We turned her into a Space Marine.
Yeah, I remember that.
Jed is a space marine. Yes, I'm just taking this beige red.
All good.
And getting all the
release them as ace
tendons and gut things based. And it seems weird. I'm basing with a bright color. I'm going to go over it with a wash.
Why are you doing that?
I'm going to go over it with a wash and some other colors.
A magenta wash, maybe?
Perhaps. Maybe a little bit of Payne's Gray and magenta wash.
Lady Commander Gentastic bobblehead. That would be dope.
I think we need bobbleheads of the whole crew.
That would be cool. Oh, then it would become a competition on whose bobblehead sells the most.
Oh, are we selling them? I wasn't planning on selling them. I was just
you're just giving them out to the people?
I was talking about having them for you guys.
Here's what you do. We sell them, and you'll get a Dauntless brush with them.
Just one.
Just one.
Randomly picked brush with a bobblehead of an employee at Monument Hobbies. I don't even know this person.
Who is that guy?
We do it like the McDonald's Minecraft Happy Meals. You get an adult Happy Meal at Monument Hobbies.
You're a genius.
And in it comes a random bobblehead of a Monument employee you don't know. Right? And with a little bio card.
Bio card, yeah.
That tells you their life story.
I like this idea.
And then a brush
of
our choosing.
A wizard's butt bobblehead would be cool.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Lumberjack says the Happy Meal better come with a McRib.
Just
old
one
McRib.
Just one McRib.
We've decided to license out the McRib here at Monument, so every time you buy a bobblehead, it'll come with a McRib.
Oh yeah, because we have that kind of money.
I would just
to like license stuff for McDonald's. That sounds like us for sure.
I would just say the McRib might be a little old in transit. So,
Chat, can I ask you a favor?
Oh,
if there comes a day where Monument is licensing anything for McDonald's, will you please stop buying from us? Just please. Because we are so insanely off our rockers at that point in time. Just please.
Oh.
Just stop buying. Buy from somebody else.
Lavender Procryl
Lavender body wash.
That's funny. We'll just make whatever. Let's do this. Yeah,
we did try to do a drink. We tried to do a flavored drink at one point in time, but nobody would work with us.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, nobody would work with us because all the food companies take that stuff super seriously, and we were treating it totally tongue-in-cheek. Like, we don't really even care what it tastes like. We just need colored water in a thing. And they were like, no, we're not.
Whoa. You can't be doing that.
They were very, very serious about their drinks. And we were like, we're just doing this literally to be fun.
You hold on right there.
We're just doing this to be fun. And they were like, we are not here to play games.
We don't play games.
We don't play games. I was very disappointed. I might try to get that again. That might be something we have to do again. Chat. Maybe we have to do this again. I don't really know what's going on this guy. I'm just going to do the open flesh stuff. We're just going to go with it, chat. We're just going to go with it. I'm going to do, hold up, little Payne's Gray wash. Hold up. Little Payne's Gray. If we can't eat the paint, why can't we bathe in it?
What?
If we can't eat it, why can't... Yes. Because...
Why can't you... Well, why can't we bathe in it? I mean...
The Monument Hobby McDonald's Monopoly game. Get to Boardwalk and win Christopher.
I am not for sale.
He says that. You should have listened to him after 2 margaritas last night.
I only had one. What are you talking about? I'm a straight and narrow... I'm on the path of righteousness with my margaritas. The slings and arrows, chat. Procryl is your Happy Meal. Clicks to that, bud. There you go. Snaps and clicks. Procryl is your Happy Meal, man. I like that. You dig?
Monument Hobbies crew texture trainers. That would be actually very funny.
That would be.
I do like cartoon versions.
Big camera.
Cartoon versions of each of us.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. All right, gang, here we go. A little bit of Payne's Gray wash.
Oh, a Payne's Gray wash.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, why the Payne's Gray Wash, Jason?
Well, because I don't know if you know this, Chris, but we just released Payne's Gray Wash.
Yes, I know that. I'm just saying in general.
And so I'm showing people some of the cool things you can do with new products because that's my job.
That's my job.
And you know me, I never like to do things the simple, straightforward way. So why not show them how to turn Flesh Tone and Payne's Gray Wash into some really crazy coloring for nasty innards.
I could see that for you. And when I mean you, I mean the model. Oh. Okay. Ghost Hunter says, good job selling the paint, Jason.
I'm selling it, baby.
We're selling it.
I am selling this.
We sell this paint, chat. We, me, you, we the people. Welcome in, everybody. It is 2:26 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is a beautiful 99 degrees here in Phoenix.
It's hot.
Is it? Actually, I think it is.
It's very hot.
Oh, sorry. 97 on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, so when you ask us from now on to the end of until November this year, when you ask what we're doing for the weekend, it's avoiding the sun is what we're doing for the weekend. Trying my hardest not to be outside.
Right. You don't want to bask in the sun's glory.
I am not trying to bask in the sun's.
I like the transition from, the spring, or what we call spring. We just have winter and summer, really. But I like the transition from our winter to our summer. Like, I like these hotter days.
Do you?
I kind of do. It's
You're
like,
it's crazy.
Nice. I like it.
Kind of crazy.
88 in California. Yep. 97 here. I got 48 in Pennsylvania, says Lumberjack Tim. Yep, 48. That doesn't sound too bad.
48?
48, yeah. There are other cold places out there.
That's
Goes
pretty.
on. I
That's
live in
pretty
Florida.
cold,
It's
chilling.
steam bath season here. Ugh. Don't count me in. I don't need no gators. Oh. Mo says it's 45 here. Oh. Currently, good. Everybody, just let us know what the temperature is where you're at. We would like to know that.
Everybody's chiming in.
Everybody just like, hey, well, it's 65 here in beautiful, sunny where I'm at. I got to go to Yuma for a lot of work. 90 feels like 70 in the Midwest. Humidity. Yes, that is true. Our 90 without any humidity feels like 70 with everyone else's humidity.
That is not true. Do not buy any of what this man's
Don't buy it. That's what B-Town was saying. Oh, I like our heat. It's good. It's a good heat.
I was going to say,
it's a dry heat.
This is coming from a man who likes the heat here, who would work in the summer training Tiger Woods.
I don't train Tiger Woods.
He did.
And it was like 115, and I'm always like, my cameras. That's why I bought Sony. Never overheat. Not a Canon guy, because they overheat. Can't do it.
Can't take it.
Can't
trust them.
You cannot have them here. I shouldn't say that. You can. You just have to be careful. Put little fans on my cameras. Actually, it really helped. I am a desert rat. Yes, I do like the heat. I actually really love the desert. I like the scenery. I like winter desert. Winters in the desert. Really like winters in the desert.
The desert gets cold as hell.
It does. And it's like a nice cool, right? It's like a quiet cool.
Well, that's because nobody else is silly enough to be out there with you.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Michael Holtz, do you have a product to fill gaps in resin?
To fill gaps in resin, our ProFix glue fills gaps really well. You would need, depending on the size of the gap, you might need some accelerant, which you can do with just water. Believe it or not, just tap water will accelerate the cure time of super glue. So you can do that. We do not make any two-part epoxy putties. If you're looking for something that's going to do larger gaps, then I would suggest something like Milliput. Milliput white
Is
is
that
nice.
what you sculpt with? What do you sculpt with?
You can sculpt with Milliput white and brown. You just want something that's actually going to cure. The Milliput green is what we refer to as green stuff. It does not fully cure. It's
really?
usually, I mean, you can put enough hardener into it and then unbalance it, but it
I
is
see.
meant to be pliable. Green stuff is meant to be a little rubbery.
Yeah.
So you can put it on joints. A lot of stuff is like plumber's putty is what it's from, right?
Yeah.
Like Milliput. It's
Right.
like the stuff where you can wrap a pipe and have it dry and fix a leak
It's the
temporarily.
same
and
thing,
stuff.
isn't it? Same same formula, just rebranded or something.
Well, I mean, Milliput, that's plumber's putty.
literally
You just buy it.
plumber's
Yeah. It's plumber's putty.
Nice.
What's the largest desert in the world?
What is it, TK421? Do you copy?
Your backyard.
Oh.
It's 83 in Buena Park, California. 83 is nice. Like I was telling Jen, if we could just have the like 57, 56 area at night to 83 in the day.
We'd be perfect. It's coming
12 months.
Next week, I think it's going to dip a little bit.
12 months out of the year. If that could just be the way it is, then, I mean, we couldn't afford to live here.
It'll be a high of 90.
But I'd be down.
High
Seems
of
good.
91 on Sunday.
Seems good to me.
And then it goes back down because it's going to rain.
Listen
next
to
week.
him. Still making excuses for this place.
No, it's going to
Still making excuses for this place,
Thursday,
aren't you,
it's 87,
Christopher?
then it's going to rain next Friday.
Aren't you, Chris? Just still
I'm
making
just trying
excuses
to,
for this place. You're just still making excuses, aren't you, Chris?
Oh, well.
Some yellow ogre.
For a second, I thought you said yellow ogre.
That might have been what I said.
I like that, though.
Yellow ogre.
Yellow ogre. Hey, chat, after this, we're going to be painting up some white armor.
Well, no, because Philip's not building the model now because you pissed him off.
No, Philip will come through.
I don't know.
He's a silly fellow. But he'll come through.
I don't know.
Isn't that right, Monument Philip?
I don't know. Have you met that guy?
Little known fact, I've known Philip since the 2nd grade.
Have you known him the longest out of everybody here?
Oh, yeah. Besides my cousin Alex.
Oh. She's known him longer?
No, I've known her longer.
Oh.
I thought you meant like have.
No, I'm like,
I
who's
know
known
everybody?
Phil the longest?
Oh, I would say it's probably me. We were in good old 2nd grade together.
That's crazy.
It's a long time away. Philip says, I've known Phil the longest. I see what you did there, Philip. Now, why the yellow ochre here? Are these bones or are these tendons?
They're bones.
Oh, yellow ochre. Okay. We're going to have to see where he goes with this one, chat.
I'm doing the bones with yellow ochre.
Okay.
Gives it kind of a nasty vibe.
Nasty vibe.
Then maybe some peach flesh.
Peach flesh?
Peach flesh.
Nice.
I think we already have some of that out here. I was using it earlier. I'm just throwing colors together. I don't have a plan here.
You're just
This is
going
part
for
of
it.
this is part of Jason's craziness. I just am
Jason's
playing around.
Craziness.
I have
get it?
I have a plan in terms of wanting to use the magenta wash over the top of this, right? So I want to kind of lace colors underneath that I think will respond well to the magenta wash being used. So that's why I'm choosing some
I like it.
crazy coloring here.
Crazy colors. Yeah, Philip's going to build that model for us. Thank you, Philip. Hey, you know what? Let's get a round of applause for Monument Phil.
Hey Phil, can you also build that Custodes model then?
Custodes model?
Yeah, the
What are you
one that
talking
he
about?
brought and put on my desk, and I'm like, I'm like, oh, that's exciting. I forgot that existed, and then I'm like, I'm not building that. Yeah, remember back when Jordan was painting
Philip said they'll be...
Constantine Valdor,
Oh.
and I was like, I've always wanted to paint that model, and Phil was like, I'm on the Forge World site right now, and I was like, buy it, Phil, and he bought it with his company credit card.
Philip said, yeah, I'll build them both. I'll be here Sunday for Jason. I was gonna... Okay, Panic Bomb. I was trying to figure out what the mini is last night, but it's hard to find a figure for search terms for. Yes.
Yeah.
The search terms for this is Dead Horse Man with Mosquito Boy Rider from Elden Ring? Dark Souls, question mark? See what Google gives for that.
Yeah, and I don't even know who made it. It might be like Bestiarum Miniatures. It might be
It's definitely resin.
Oh yeah.
Derpstick has a question. Oh, this is from that. I know Jason will have a good answer for this. What colors do you use for worn parchment on purity seals or scrolls?
Warm parchment on purity seals or scrolls.
Worn. Yeah.
Worn.
Yeah. Like Triurael.
Yeah, I'm really kind of easy in that, like, dark umber, light umber, and olive flesh works really well. If you want it to be a little bit more yellowed, like aged, dirty, worn scroll kind of stuff, then you could use yellow ochre in place of the light umber. So you go dark umber, yellow ochre, olive flesh, and then do like a wash of transparent brown or brown wash over the top. That's the, like he was saying, the Cherubael model has got it to where he's dark umber, light umber, olive flesh.
And
then like brown wash.
It's called a demon host, right?
Demon host, yeah.
Those things are in Dark Tide.
Cherubael, yeah.
Oh, goodness. I was like, oh, I know what that's from. That's cool. Yeah. Now, if you look really closely, that's actual lettering that he put on there.
Oh yeah.
And it says a lot. Yeah. It's real words.
That's the hymn of Christmas Masushi.
Oh. There it is. That's my hymn of the day. My hymn of the day. Ghost Hunter said Google Lens doesn't know. Okay. I was going to try to Google Lens this model just to see if it would be out there in the ether, but
yeah. Like I said, unfortunately, I try to keep up with what every model is, but this one is so long ago.
Yeah, we have a lot of models. We have a lot of models here.
And because it's not like a sculptor I'm familiar with, it wasn't anything like, because it was 3D printed, I got it from just one of the people that had a commercial license to reprint it on Etsy. So it doesn't have a pedigree that I'm aware of.
When are we getting Payne's Gray Primer? Asks B-Town.
Well, I only have dark purple, red oxide, and bone coming out. No Payne's Gray. You'll have to do dark purple or black into Payne's Gray. I don't think we'll do a Payne's Gray primer. Not that it doesn't make a great base layer, but I'm not going to make like every color under the sun. And the dark purple is, I think, a little bit more useful than the Payne's Gray overall as a base layer. Payne's Gray is great, but not as versatile as purple because it doesn't have a warmth to it. And I think the perfect colored primers can go either way, like a green, right, brown. They can exist in both the neutral, cool, or warm avenues.
Phil says, can I get a pale pink primer? No.
Phil?
You're fired, fire him. Do it. So close. If the rider on the horse had exposed flesh, what would be the color workup be for like an undead ashen skin?
He does have exposed flesh. That's his leg. What do we mean?
Maybe you're just asking what would a good undead ashen skin work up? Maybe like the horse, but more gray.
I think that, yeah, instead of doing what you've got here with the gray-green, or the green-gray, you would do what I did with the red-gray, right? So the red-gray turned out to do this.
Says going a little darker than that leg. Going for a little darker than the leg.
Oh, darker.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'd have to understand, because then you could use something like black-brown. Would you glaze it over the brighter colors? It's not going to be quite as dark, right? So you could do that. And that, the black grayish nature of black brown might give you that kind of, when you say ashen flesh, that's what I'm thinking of, right? Now, if you're talking about like Vulcan salamander style dark gray black flesh, then that's one of those where you wouldn't really gain a lot by going through and underpainting, simply because you've got too dark of a skin tone going over it, and it'll cover it all up when you get to the opacity that you require for the color you're painting. So you got to take that into account.
GW did it again for me though today with that dang ent.
Ent.
Son of a gun.
And they're doing a new ent for Lord of the Rings. I sent the picture over to Chris, and he's like, I love my trays.
Oh man, it's got a little mustache too.
It's a good looking model, actually.
It's pretty
right?
cool. That next to Treebeard, I think it'd be fun. I wanted to rebuy Treebeard and just paint him again, because I just wanted to paint another tree.
Yeah.
But I'll do the actual ones where Merry and Pippin are hanging on them. Because then I think now they have
magenta.
They have 3 official Ents now, which is kind of cool. They renamed Quick Beam Birch Beam or something. I bet you because they lost the rights or something to it.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think that's why they renamed it. I bet you with all the
Was that a different model or a new model?
No, that was the old Forge World one.
The one that we just showed that they called Birch Beam?
No, that's Beach Bone?
Beach Bone or Birch Bone.
Birch Bone.
That's a new model.
That's a new model.
Okay.
So now they have here, let's see. Now I think they actually have 3 actual Ents. Yep, they do. Oh, okay. They have the old, this Ent is the one I was just talking about. Birch Seed used to be...
Bird Seed?
Birch Seed used to be Quick Beam.
Oh.
This is an older Forge World model, though.
Oh, this looks good.
I like Ents. That does look good. A little magenta wash now. Kenneth says, thank you so much. That red-gray was really good. Going for decaying, rotting, looking flesh for a model, I think I have a combination of black and brown, and red and gray would actually work. I'm going to test it out. Nice. Definitely test it out. Source says, magenta wash equals instant inners, ? Looks like it. Definitely helps.
Pop in a little closer.
Yeah. Oh, yummy.
That was gross, Chris.
Yummy.
That was gross, Chris. Very gross.
I've been doing this same thing, but I've been taking our dark crimson
Dark crimson works really well for
watering it down. I love our dark crimson. Yeah, the magenta wash is pretty neat.
You see how you want some lighter color under it to give that tendon, be able to pull those lines that are in the sculpt for the muscle and everything. And the lighter colors play with, yellows work really well underneath the magenta. It gives it a really disgusting look. The flesh tones especially.
Mo says, "Can I get a side of fries with those ribs?" The McRib.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Take the wash and kind of glaze with it around these spots so it looks like it's irritated. I'm gonna poke it around.
Oh, I like that.
Not much paint on the brush, right? Because I did most of it in that area where I did the actual wash, but now I can come back and just kind of stipple it around and get enough coloring to do an effect like irritated flesh without overloading the surface with color.
Yeah. This definitely would look good on some Nurgle stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Great unclean one.
Yeah.
Have some fun with those innards.
See, I can do this, take most of the paint off, and then come down in here, and let's say I want to get like where the musculature in the elbow has a little bit of shadow. I can come in and drop a little bit of the magenta wash in there too to make it for blush.
Yep.
You don't have to have the wash be a deal where you just soak the model areas in it.
Thomas J. Gamble's asking, in the signature set, petroleum brown design is the signature set petroleum brown designed for use as a wash or with noosh maybe? It has a different consistency than the other paints. I think it was in the last Adepticon set from 24.
It's in Matt's set, Matt or Ben's set. I never remember. And the answer for it is that it's meant as a more effect paint. It's glossy, so it's meant to do oil stains where you're painting like, a specific little spot.
Yeah.
And it works great for that.
Mm-hmm.
It does have a little bit more of a viscous consistency, and that gloss makes it paint a little different. But that's its goal, is to be that that oil stain, wet dirt on concrete kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is really good. Again, just painting with the wash, very little paint on the brush, and just kind of using wispy strokes. You see the effect it's getting. I can do it in these wrinkles on the skin as I come out of the bend of the elbow.
Unlucky Painter says, just received my mega set. Is the paint ready for the airbrush, or do I need to thin it down any?
You can spray most of our colors directly through the airbrush in general conditions for very vibrant base coats. You'll notice that when I paint, a lot of times I'm using the paint directly from the bottle into the airbrush. And then you can also thin them down to get them to be less opaque when you start layering and doing filters and other types of effects. So the answer is you can do whatever you want. A lot of people will go ahead and thin for their base coats until they get comfortable with the paint and how it works, and that's fine.
Could you just briefly, Jason, go over some of the recipes you got on this model? Somebody was asking. Gilhammer.
Sure.
Maybe start with the skin.
The skin was all done with underpainting. So it started with royal purple. You can see some of the royal purple in the shadows, like in between his legs.
Yeah.
Right. But it started with a base of royal purple. Then I moved to dark yellow green, and then bright yellow green. So it looked very comical. It was like the Joker, right? Yeah. Purples and greens, and then we went over the top of it with one of the new amp colors.
Gray green.
Gray green. I'm trying to find the bottle for you here. Gray green, right? And we thin this down really, really far and mix it in a cup, right? Got it very, very thin, and then put it in the airbrush and filtered it over the top of all of those other colors. And it gives you this really good kind of bruised, undead feeling skin, because the bright yellow green gives you this kind of jaundiced yellow undertone. The purple gives you a really bruised shadow, and the dark yellow green pulls it all together the way it fits. Then over the top of that, we use bright warm gray as the highlight. So it's not very many colors on the flesh. It's just done in a way that lets all of those colors look more unique. Then the main we did yesterday started out with black red, then orange red, red orange, and orange yellow. on there, and then a little bit of pale yellow on the tips, kind of like you would do fire except reversed. Jade on the cloak is just our dark blue to dark jade to jade. No mixing, just layering it up very quick. And then the metal armor so far is just magnesium followed by the new steel. And I think I put a little bit of brown gray wash on there to do some shadowing. But I'm going to come back after that with Payne's gray wash and some other colors to darken the armor up and give it a little bit more weathering. And that's where we're at. And now all of this is just gunky colors and magenta wash that I'm going back over it all with. I really like see how well the magenta wash sits in there? Pop in close again?
Yep.
Right? Just painting it like a normal paint, but it blends so seamlessly because of the way the wash interacts that it lets you get a lot of really cool coloring going with very little effort. For those spots where you want to do like the cheeks of a model or something like that. I'm just doing random areas in the musculature as if it were places where the blood may be pooled up in this cadaverous horse.
Yeah.
The washes are really, really good to use in this kind of a glazing method where you're just painting them into very specific little shadows or midtones because they're so easy to put in there. They won't give you very big, harsh brush strokes. They will give you quite a bit of color very simply. Right? So just to push your shadows, in this case, into a little bit more warmth. So it's not just this kind of putty green that the skin becomes.
You're starting to sell me on these sets, you scoundrels.
Scoundrels.
Thomas, that's why we're here. We want you to enjoy.
We do all of this for you.
We want you to really enjoy it, chat.
All of this is done for you, chat. Yeah, the effect you get from the kind of glaze that I'm doing right now is really, really good. Gives your models a lot of depth and isn't hard.
Yeah. Looks good.
A little bit more aggressively on the weird
like jaw extension here.
Jaw thing going on.
Magos Prime says, sometimes you have to take a gamble. I would agree. Sometimes you have to gamble on certain things you might have a good feeling about. A good gut feeling, you know?
What's gambling?
Just, I'm assuming where it's like if you're wanting to try colors and you're like, oh, I think this might be okay. Oh, but I don't want to ruin this part of the model.
Oh, yeah.
I think a gamble, in quotes, or is just another word for trying something out that you think might look good.
Yeah, I think one of the big things to realize, especially when painting models, is that nothing you do is going to ruin anything.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's not the color you like or you get outside the lines or whatever, just fix it. You know, but what I'm showing you here is that colors that you can just play with, and then you go over the top of them with another color like this magenta wash, and now all of a sudden you get colors that really do work, even though I might not have used the specific colors for the tendons and bones and such that I had initially, but now they work very, very well. They give you, I mean, that's gross. I'm getting because I did the Payne's gray first, the Payne's gray and the magenta are giving me another bruised purple, but also a dark shadow out of the Payne's gray, and then that kind of bloody red aftermath from the magenta. It's not a pure red, so it sets it apart from the reds we used on the main.
Yeah.
I'm a painter that doesn't like to reuse color if I don't have to. So if I have something on the model that's jade, like the cloak, I don't want to go and use jade on anything else unless it makes sense.
Oh, I see.
Like if he has a loincloth too, then I might do jade on that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to let colors
speak.
Speak for what the material is.
Yeah.
And unless there's a lot of the same material, I try not to reuse the color. I can use versions of it. I can use other blue greens, but I want to shift them a little bit. So in the case of, doing the red on the main and moving it orange, now doing the magenta, I'm doing it over this blue, so I get a much more kind of purpley effect at the end of the day that gives me a better distinguishing feature than if I just use the same reds. Bold pyro red is so good, you wind up using it on so many things, and then a lot of your model looks the same. So branch out, take a little risk, learn some of these techniques like glazing and such that really help with the ability to use paints in enough ways to get the same color to look different. Wipe most of the color off so that I can go back into glazing in some of these tight spots, like in the air, down the shadow of the neck here.
Jason might be free balling the colors, but it's still a great lesson on colors, that's for sure. Boo Ray, we've answered this question before, but this is a good one. Why is there no fluorescent blue?
Fluorescent blue it's not a color that fluoresces very well. And because of that, it doesn't, unless it's under the UV light, which our fluorescent colors we didn't really make to take advantage of the fluoresce part, the way they glow in the dark, sort of. That wasn't the goal. The goal was to have them be the brightest that they could be in normal lighting so that you could use them for things like OSL.
Yeah.
Flame and OSL when painting your models. And blue doesn't work as well as our transparent blue and our sky blue do already. They're already brighter than any of the fluorescents would be, so we decided not to use it.
Sky blue with transparent blue in it. Just depends on what you're trying to do. Yeah. Both of those over white, which you have to do your fluorescence over white anyway, so it's not adding a step. So we just kind of were like, yeah, it doesn't work. We had it, and we showed it on stream, but I was not impressed with it. And again, kind of our philosophy around here is if I don't think it is something I would use, we really don't release it. Right.
And that may be a little selfish. Doesn't mean it won't ever hit the market. Just not something that I feel like is
just almost redundant,
valuable, because we already have colors that do it better.
Yeah.
I think if we released it, people would be like, when would I use this?
Over sky blue with
I find that the transparent blue does it better. And then we're like, yeah, told you.
Oh my goodness. 3 o'clock. It is the top of the hour and the bottom of the hour. 2:59 p.m. at Mountain Standard Time. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just now joining us, welcome. Where have you been?
Where have you been?
We have been painting up an undead thing. Looks like a horse with more legs than normal. Six appendages. And yeah, it's been a wild ride. We have some amp colors on here. And Jason is showing off the new Dauntless brushes that are coming out very soon. So stick your eyeballs on our social media. Those will come out when they come out, which should be very soon. So you'll get that announcement there. And Jason's just touting our magenta wash here. Looking great.
Yeah, I'm really loving how it's working with this green to give me that flush in between the muscles look. Again, I'm just using one of the Dauntless brush right now. I'm using is the new number 1. Right? So it's just the number 1 Dauntless synthetic. And just glazing with it, using the tight point to get in here. And with that magenta wash, right, you're able to do lines with it. We think about washes as we just kind of slop them on. They're not really for detail painting. But as you're seeing, they definitely can be. And because of the way our washes in particular tend to blend as they cure, you can do this, and it just gives a really cool, lightly feathered coloration in between the muscles. Doesn't look like I've painted lines of paint.
Yeah.
Right? Because as it dries, it spreads out almost and gives it that blended look. So this is a really low effort way to do stuff, and one of the things that the magenta wash in particular is going to be great for. You could create this with the glaze wash medium out of any of the purples or anything else. The Payne's Gray also great for doing this for shadows.
Warpgate Studios says, "Wow, are you the Warpgate Studios guy? LOL. Still the funniest thing Gabe told me about at Adepticon. Sorry, Jason."
You don't have to apologize. It was funny though. The guy came up and goes, "Are you Warpgate?" I was like, "What?
What?
What? Is that an old joke?"
That's funny. The calm before the storm, chat. You feel it? That storm is you painting models this weekend and getting down and dirty with that favorite paint. That's the storm that's coming.
You're really reaching today, Chris.
I'm reaching.
Get
ready.
He's in his
I'm in the
like
zone.
old school style of like game show hosts is what the vibe you're giving me here. And today we'd like to talk about our sponsor.
Hey, I'm cool. Chat, I just want you to paint. Do what you need to do. Shut up and sit down and paint.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah.
It's Friday and I feel like I have the case of the Mondays, says TK421. Do you
What?
copy? What are you?
Even if your weekend has no plans,
I
you
have
shouldn't have a
plans.
case of the Mondays.
I have a long weekend coming up. Gotta go to Tucson.
You do? Oh, that's right. You got
Celebrating
that birthday
Celebrating
party.
a 40th birthday. It'll be fun.
You into that sort of thing?
You know, it's good people. Fun people.
Too good. Magenta wash. Buy like 10 bottles of this stuff because I feel like it's gonna get chewed up. People are gonna start using this and be like, okay, done.
It's good stuff.
Done.
It's magic in a bottle.
Too good.
Chat, what are we gonna do with all of this beautiful time?
What time?
It's the painting time.
This weekend?
Yeah. What are you gonna paint, Jason?
Nothing.
Oh my stars.
Oh my stars. Great
I
googly moogly.
want to paint. I'm trying to figure out what I need to paint. So many things I want to paint. What do I need to paint, chat? I work on some gargants this weekend before I leave. Thomas J says, LGS has the amp sets. Guess I'm making a pickup in the morning. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Cannibal, I'm late. Oops, never late. Better late than never is what I always say.
Better Nate than Lever?
Better who than who? Oh my heavens to Betsy. Nicholas, 80 months. Holy Moses. That's a long time
Is
to
that a
be
Nick Pie
subbed.
sighting?
Wow. I can't believe. I need new glasses, chat.
I'm going to paint a closet. I'm not painting the closet, but I do have to finish my closet.
You're going to paint a closet?
Not paint. We do have to paint a wall in there, but Jen's got to find a mirror. We have it's a very long, like I say very long. It's not super long, but it's like a shotgun. It's a narrow, long room.
Yeah.
And so I lined both walls with shelving, and then at the back wall it's not wide enough to put another shelf at the back. So I had to kind of work out a space in the back, and we want to put a mirror there, but we can't find, like, mirrors are hard to find. Like, I think we just got to go like antique shopping or something.
A good one get expensive too.
Yeah, I think we just have to go antique shopping or something and hope for the best. Because, yeah, they get crazy.
There's a cool place on 32nd and Bell that has furniture from old hotels.
So I don't know if you know this about us, but that's like going to Mars.
It is, but sometimes you have to go to Mars to find the moon rock. What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's not the moon, Chris.
Wait a minute. What?
That's not the moon, Chris. I need more magenta wash. I've used it all up already.
Better never late. I like that. B-Rab. Better never late. Oh. Monument, get some of those lucky wishbone steak fingers while in Tucson land.
Tucson.
Good old.
Go get my passport while you're there.
Can I? I won't.
It's the only true passport office in Arizona.
Do you have to go down there?
No, you. If you didn't want to pay,
you have to do it quick.
If you didn't want to pay like one of the expediting services and you need it fast, then you have to go to the actual office. I go to Scottsdale next week. To the office there for an appointment so they can just verify my paperwork, and then I paid one of the expediters because I have my passport.
Yeah, you've needed a new one. Right?
Yeah, I've needed a new one for a long time, and I was trying to wait until it was beyond its 15-year expiration, so the application process was easier, and unfortunately that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because my passport, that date is my birthday this year, and I have to be at UK Games Expo that time, so...
Derpstick saying it's probably a good idea to use regular Payne's Gray to paint in the shadows instead of using the Payne's Wash version because of the potential of staining and coffee staining, ?
I mean, no, look at the way this is not coffee staining. This is magenta wash. It can paint just as well. The only time you get coffee staining out of a wash is when you overload the surface with moisture.
Yeah.
So you're using too much wash or you're leaving too much behind. I can't say you're using too much because it might be just the right amount. But if you leave some in like a pool or a puddle that doesn't get moved around properly, then when it cures, it can leave that staining around the edges because the wash makes for a higher surface tension that pulls your water into droplets, right? And that can cause you issues. So you just got to be careful not to lose enough. But no, you could use either. It just depends on where your comfort level is. If you wanted to do exactly what I'm doing here with the magenta, with Payne's Gray, it would look great.
Did Jason just say he's coming to UKGE?
Yeah. Myself and Gabe.
Nice.
Will be at UKGE.
That'll be fun.
We will. I like that a lot.
That looks great.
Added a lot of depth to the skin. I'm a fan.
Looking good.
This is one of those that's like weathering, Yeah. You'd be like, ooh, but what if I did it here? I need some of that down here. That's going to be great around this cut on the belly, and I'm going to make that a little magenta so it looks like that's all freaking irritated. This is going to be awesome. And then by the time you're done, your model's magenta, right? So you do have to make sure that you're doing it in measured amounts. Don't go overboard. Take a step back as you do stuff, especially this, it seems silly, but especially the stuff that looks the best. Take a step back, look at the model, and say, okay, is that enough? Weathering is the first thing that comes to mind when talking about models because people will over-weather their models like nobody's business. And you just got to be careful.
Will Monument have a stall?
Yeah, we will. We'll be with Element Games at UKGE. We will have our own booth at Spiel. We will have our own booth at SMC. We'll be at Contrast, I believe. Contrast is coming up, though, I think.
What's Contrast?
It's in Poland. Mali will be at Contrast. But yeah, we're building our presence there. We'll have a lot more going on next year, but this year we've got quite a bit. Look out, Europe. The Monument invasion is coming your way. Loads of fun. Yeah, that looks really good.
Hey, Jason, this is looking pretty good.
I'm liking it.
My zombies this weekend. Redo mine. That's what I might do.
I'm liking it.
I only need 10 for Frostgrave, so.
Cool.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm just literally experimenting with color on this guy. using a lot of the new
Testing them out.
amp colors.
Yep.
And having fun. I'm hoping that those of you watching are kind of learning that you can just kind of play with color. It's not gonna kill you.
This is a good question. Picked up the amped paints and went to organize them into the rest of the line, but the naming convention is a bit confusing. Red orange looks like an orange, gray green looks like a gray, and beige gray looks like a brown. Any idea when the color brochure will be updated so it can easily understand?
It's supposed to be updated today.
Yeah, Gabe is actually working on that, I believe, as we speak. Or he better be. Are the amp colors as matte as the rest of the line, says Rattlecan?
Most of them, yes. There are a couple of them that have a little bit of a more... None of them are satin enough to put satin on the bottle. There are a couple that are a little bit more satin. But not in a way that is intrusive. I was fine with all of them, us talking about them all being matte.
Yeah.
The team at AMG likes them to be not quite as matte as our normal colors, but as we went through that process of working back and forth to get the sheen correct, it wound up that most of them were exactly like our normal colors. God, that's good.
Yeah. So,
if pop in real close.
Sure.
You can see how matte the magenta is drying on the surface where I'm glazing it in all the muscles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of matte, that dang Matt guy.
And guess what? We'll have a special guest next week.
We
Monday
do?
and Tuesday. Because Jason won't be here.
I'm not here. I'm out of the office next Monday and Tuesday. I know, chat. I've been traveling a lot.
What the heck?
It's not that I'm trying to get away from you.
What the heck?
Not that I'm trying to... It's not that I don't want to be here, chat. That has nothing to do with it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's... I know. It's
Okay.
a little hard. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, chat.
Dad doesn't love us anymore.
What are you talking about?
Ghost Hunter.
You're my favorite.
What are you talking about? Dad didn't love us anymore. We would not be doing this. You'd have someone like a me up there slapping stuff around, be like, well, you could do it with this. Check it out. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
That's like your old senile prospector voice.
Yeah. Welcome to Monument Hobbies, chat. We're going to be going for gold. We're going to be digging for gold, chat. Yeah, that's me. One of these days, you will never, ever see me as a prospector anywhere.
Chat, do you see?
Do you see?
Lately, I
what
think chat has to
see?
see exactly what I put up with around here.
You do. I'm putting you through a slings and arrows. Chat's one thing, but having to deal with my crap, come on, dude.
It's rough. It's very rough.
That felt really real, too.
It's rough.
It's a rough go, chat.
It's a rough go, chat. Not only did I have to go to dinner with this guy
Oh
after
my
he made me
gosh.
shoot a freaking interview
Which
for
was
a commercial.
Awesome. Derpstick. Have you ever thought about doing a color between black green and the regular green? Like a forest green? I don't know why I used that voice, but you're welcome, Derpstick.
You could do like a dark green. It could be a good one.
We could do that for you. Us the people, we the
A
people.
black green, green, bright green. We could do a dark green. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
I think so.
Do a dark green. I could see that happening. I could see that being a thing.
Well. Is the next Monument commercial as Chris is an old-timey prospector?
It
Apparently.
needs to be.
Yes, that was... No, I won't dance.
Dance, monkey, dance.
I won't dance.
Crowd demands it. People demand it. You will deliver.
We will dance. Maybe I'll tell Jordan to produce next week, and I'll paint, chat. You heard me.
What?
Make Jordan sit over here.
I vouch. I vie and vouch and vote all the V's for Christopher to paint because Christopher needs to fix a Smaug model.
Oh, I could do that. I could actually start that. I could use the airbrush. I could bring in my own airbrush because I will not dirty Jason's. I will not be responsible.
That could be bad, Chad.
I'll bring in Gabe's. I'll dirty up Gabe's. He has the Grex one.
All right, Chad.
I did finish up the base. I could finish that. I could get that going. That's a big model to paint on stream.
It's a big model to paint on stream, yes.
I would like to, but the actual technicals for me to even with our lens right now, I'd have to be way punched out, and it would be all chat. It's the technicals. I don't even know how you hold that model to paint it. What do you do with that model?
I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use bone. Where's bone? Bone, show me your bone. No, sorry.
Bone, little known fact, one of my favorite colors.
It's a great color. It's a great color, Christopher.
Yeah, I
can see why you enjoy a little bone.
Oh. There it is. There it is. Hey, Derpstick, question. Is it easy to mix just a 50-50 mix of black, green, and regular green?
Yeah.
It would be nice to have a pre-made version. Though I don't IDK if that would make it
literally
triad.
It's that easy.
It's that easy.
That easy, chat. Swifter Bear. Kind of getting there, yeah?
It's kind of getting there.
Kind of getting there. I like the magenta in the chest area there. Is nice. Nice, very nice.
Yeah, you know what? I'll try to paint it, chat. Why not?
This little area back here is disgusting.
It's a little.
See how the Payne's gray gives you that almost like that.
Is that like intestines or something?
Well, it's like muscle and stuff like that on the thigh. But the Payne's gray gives you that almost black, like what do you call it? Like a gangrenous flesh. Like as it gets to where it's like deep green, black, that's dead,
gangrene.
Dead flesh. Payne's gray.
Boo-ray. What about a red green?
What about a red green?
Just start naming out all the colors, chat.
The red green show? Like, we want to talk about duct tape? Is that what we're doing?
The red green show. Yeah, I don't even know how I would actually hold that model to paint it. I'd have to build like I'd have to do. I don't even know, chat. A lot of dry brushing. Although it would be cool to dry brush it. I have a brush.
Don't you dare.
No, I won't. I would actually try our new BAB out. I'm chomping at the bit to get my set, chat. Chomping at the bit.
There's some bone on the bone.
Oh, interesting.
Now you see why the yellow ochre was kind of a neat idea, because the yellow ochre with the magenta over it gives us that really kind of gnarly, wet bone feel almost. And then go back over it with an ivory or bone like what we're doing here. And you get what appears to be bone sticking out of the side of the body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, just play with color, man. Play with colors.
What do we say? What do we say, Jason?
What
do we say? 1, 2, 3, and go.
Don't eat the paint. Oh, I don't know. What do we say?
1, 2, 3, and go.
Just play with the colors.
1, 2, 3, and one more time.
Just
paint on the model.
The model with the paint.
Put the paint on the model, chat.
Paint on the model, chat.
Is it really that complicated?
No, it's that simple.
I'm mad now.
It's literally that simple.
I'm angry.
You're angry because you've been overcomplicating things.
I am. Sometimes you just need to put the paint. Cannibal, repriming is in my future. I do need to reprime that bad boy over there.
See, that looks pretty grody, them guts.
Oh.
I like it. All right. Ta-da.
Uh-oh, maybe. Uh-oh.
Ta-da.
Uh-oh. I have an idea.
Payne's Gray Wash. Where'd you go?
I have an idea, chat. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I have a great idea.
What's your great idea?
Why do
I feel like you're lying to me?
I guess you'll have to wait and see till Monday swings around.
When I won't be here. Great. His great ideas are always dangerous.
Well. If it isn't the formidable Monday. Formidable. I said formidable, and I love that word now.
Formidable.
The old formidable Monday.
I love forbidability.
Yeah, chat. I got a good idea, and you have no idea what's coming. How many more whistles can I buy? Many. Thank you for keeping us on track. This is Serious Business Time with Christopher Masucci and Jason Craze, talking about the paint world.
Putting Payne's Gray on an arm you can't see because I'm out of screen. Can you zoom out a little bit?
Oh,
not the button, but the zoom thing.
Oh, he's testing me here, chat. Just a little.
There you go. A little more. There you go. Perfect.
Look at that. I did it. Hired. I keep my job. That was close. Chris is going to sound like Gabe on Monday? Maybe I'll have Gabe produce. Maybe I'll get Gabe to sit behind the driver's seat so that if I do die in a fiery car accident, that we have somebody who can take my spot. You know? Probably for the best. Maybe I could train a lonely... I don't even know where the heck I was going with that. I just had a seizure. I'm done. A stroke of goodwill.
Over there?
Well, I'm back. Yeah, it'll be me, maybe me and Jordan, maybe me and Gabe, maybe me and a rando. Who knows?
We have some randos.
I need to teach more people, chat, how to produce. Because I'm done with you.
He's lying.
I'm done. Baby J Sr. is gone. The whistle's going out the window. Chris is unleashed when Baby J Sr. is gone. I see.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Are
they talking about me? I am definitely not Baby J Sr. That does not work, chat. That is not the way we talk about me.
Put Shelby and a Caperson in the seat on Monday.
That is not the way we talk about me, chat.
Shelby's busy.
Shelby, has a job?
People work here, by the way, chat.
We do work here? We do things? Other than tell fart jokes on stream?
I'll get Gabe over here. He was like, oh, I got stuff to do. Shut up.
Damn. Christopher. Throwing the gauntlet. Shut up.
Shut up, you.
You'll not have anything to do with
You'll dance.
Around.
You'll dance. Whoever paints on Monday should do it in a stormtrooper outfit. Oh, I see.
Is it May the 4th? No, we're not there yet.
No, it's TK421. Can you copy? We don't do that kind of stuff here, TK421.
Wait a minute.
We don't dress up and pretend to be things that we're not. Okay? Shelby's job on Monday is to produce the stream. False. I'll flip a coin, and whoever fights to the death will be able to do it.
You'll flip a coin to pick who fights for the death?
Yeah.
Or fights to the death?
That's right.
This seems like out of control. This is what happens when I leave the office for a day, chat.
You'll be gone for 2 days.
I am gone for 2 days, technically. Monday and Tuesday, and then much of Wednesday.
Will you be back for stream?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that's
My goal is to be back for stream on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I just have not set up any meetings for myself because I have to go to the passport office.
Oh.
And even though my appointment's kind of early day,
sure,
I do not guarantee that anything at the government works at a reasonable rate.
No. These are facts. No, it's going to be...
That Payne's Gray on the metal. I'm telling you.
It's pretty cool.
Chet, I'm going to need you to stop having a mind of your own and just do what I do. I'll lead you to the promised land. The promised paint land. Paint. Promised of, we'll paint things and it'll be good.
Maybe we do need a break from Jason.
I mean,
maybe Jason needs the break.
I mean, maybe I need the break.
Maybe Jason's losing it.
I don't know that I ever had
but paint, the model, the don't eat the paint, the Payne's Gray.
Don't eat the Payne's Gray.
Don't eat any of it.
Okay.
I won't dance. We'll see. We'll have to see what my mood is, chat. All right? See what my mood is. We'll figure it out. You know what we're going to do? We're going to produce a lovely show for you, no matter what. The show must go on. And will go on. Little Billy, you can't just come in here and ask real questions. What are you talking about? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Here's a real question from Little Billy. What was your highlight color for the metal? The magnesium base, steel, then silver?
I have not done any silver yet. It's just magnesium and steel. And then we started doing all the shading on here.
Straight up. Spaznet says Jason needs a break from Jason.
I do. Most likely. That's what my therapist keeps telling me.
Panic bomb. Think Chris's drawn out metaphors have infected Jason. Yes.
Yes.
Too much exposure to Christmas sushi at too much of, at one time is not good for your health. Doctors would later say. The tests aren't confirmed yet. There's only been 3 months of actual study. So we'll see what the test results say.
Yeah, that's looking really good.
Being 5 feet away from me for 3 months is essentially the equivalent of going to Chernobyl for a weekend stay, is what I've been told. A little radioactive.
Somebody was asking about Parchment. Why don't we do his waist cloth?
Oh.
And the thing that comes out the front, we could do that like Parchment.
Oh.
Like dirty Parchment with like bloody nonsense on it, maybe. I need to do the saddle first, though. The saddle's got like a fur cloth that's underneath it.
I could see that fur.
I'm not sure what the hell these things are. Can you see there's like these two flat things down in here? It would look like it's almost like cloth flying out the back, but he's not moving fast, so that must be something about the saddle.
It looks like a handle, like holding down those swords or whatever, those plates.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on here.
Derpstick, if you're around, he's about to do the thing you asked for live.
Well, I got to paint the saddle first.
Oh.
You should tell him that what I said was that I have to paint the saddle first. You should tell him that because that's what I just said.
He has to paint the saddle first.
I said I have to paint the saddle first.
Dusty Hobby sack clock. I like how he had to fix that and make it cloth, not a clock.
Ho ho ho!
Christmas.
Green Giant.
Is it Christmas? Oh, you were going for the Green Giant.
Green Giant. Ho ho ho! Warm brown is.
Jason, I need a picture of your. I need a picture. This is how I can help you. I want to see how you organize your stuff so that I can make it clean.
But I have to organize it before I can give you the picture, so I just have to do the damn job.
You have to do it so I can take a picture.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
You'll like it, though. You'll like it.
Warm brown.
Because at some point, why wouldn't we just put the racks in front of you?
Because they'd cover the monitors.
That's true.
I said it would be cool to have the racks in front, but then the monitors wouldn't be seen.
We could figure it out.
Oh, here we go, Chad. Here we go.
We can switch the.
Christopher's the guy I have to pay to do the one job 4 times.
We'll switch the models. We'll put the models over there, but no, it still doesn't solve the problem because you still put them out in front of you.
It's never going to change.
I'm trying to keep this ship tight and clean.
So you've been working with me for how long now? You know that really doesn't work, right?
I'm trying. Don't make me just throw them all up there.
Warm brown. Painting with warm brown, chat. We're going to paint the things that hold the stirrups. Maybe they're also called the stirrups.
I am swabbing the decks. I'm trying to keep this ship afloat, chat. Because there's only 2 people on this ship. And do I have to say it? Do I have to repeat myself?
For crying out loud. Chat, do we have to do this every day?
Chat, I have so much energy for you. I keep it in reserves so that I can at least somewhat entertain you.
Did you eat lunch today?
I did eat lunch.
Oh, this is why this is such a pain in the butt.
It's just true. I did eat lunch. God bless it. I am high on life.
Any Monument people listening to the stream, can I make sure that Chris never gets food
it's a part of
stream
our
again?
Employee handbook.
You
now.
can't feed the Chris.
I try not to. I tell the people. I'm like, yo.
But you did. And that means that you messed up.
I tried.
You know better.
You guess whose fault it was?
Gabe.
There you go. He's like, oh, you sure don't want food, Chris? And then I'm like, no, I can't, man, dude.
That actually sounded like Gabe. That's Gabe.
Chris, you don't want food?
That's Gabe. Welcome to Gabe.
Red Bulls? Nah, you want me to build a city? Give me a Red Bull.
Hey,
you want me to?
Okay.
You want me to build a planet? Give me an energy drink. You guys don't even know.
Let me explain to you what I will do to the human being that feeds Chris energy drinks.
You want to know how many? Well, this could be productive. Just put me in the back and building sets. Huh, there's no paint left. They've all been organized by name and exact serial number. Oh my God, what has happened? Yeah, I don't do energy drinks. I do a little coffee in the morning, and that's it. Won't do it.
Nor should you. The idea is horrifying to me.
Or maybe it's the key. It's the key to all productivity for Monument.
Is to feed you an energy drink?
Maybe. Who knows? Could be.
No, we're not even having this discussion. I've seen these movies. They never end well.
Sing Bring Me to Life by in the goofy voice. It's not a goofy voice, it's Gabe's voice. What address can we send the free energy drinks? Do not do
Chat.
that.
Chat.
No. Agrippa.
Murder.
I won't drink them.
I shall commit the murder.
I don't do it. A little black coffee, chat. That's all it takes.
If you send energy drinks, I'm dropping him off at your house.
You want me to rebuild that house? Let's do it.
If anybody sends an energy drink, I'm not gonna give it to him right away. I'm gonna say, hey Chris,
I'm not an animal.
We're taking a trip. Chris.
I'm not a circus entertainment act.
Chris, we're taking a trip.
Behold.
Company trip, Chris. Company trip. And then he gets all excited. Oh, where are we going? We're going to
where are we going?
Little Billy's house.
Little Billy. Oh my gosh.
We're going to Little Billy's house. We show up, and that's when I give him the drink, is right as we're getting to your house, Little Billy. Or whomever said they were buying the drink. I just assume it's Little Billy, but...
No, I don't even know who said it. I don't remember. Yeah, not happening. Not gonna happen, chat.
But like, you ordered one of these, and then run.
We're really just, they're just taking Chris to a farm upstate. No, I see how it is. He's going to have a great life there. That's funny. That's comedy. Yeah, I don't do that. I won't do it.
You want to do what?
Oh, well, energy drinks.
Oh, okay, good.
Can't do it.
Good. I can't either.
And they legitimately make me.
Yeah, energy drinks to me, they legit make me sick.
Yeah, and then I get mad afterwards for some reason.
Well, you should. Someone was trying to kill you.
Son of a gun! Bastards! Trying to kill me with their energy drinks. Oh, man.
So where's Mo? Is Mo in here?
Mo, you in here? Mo's lurking.
Mo, you lurking?
Mo's always lurking.
Has he told you to stick it yet today, Chris?
No, he's going to exactly when he comes in here.
Okay.
Stick it.
I've been.
Mo says I'm here.
I've been coerced, Mo. I'm on book 3 of this damn series you got me hooked on.
Oh no.
Mo is a freaking drug dealer.
For books.
For books.
You want to try this one out? Got a good audio version.
Book 3 of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Mo says, Jason, each book is better than the one before.
That's what I noticed, is that book 2 was a lot better than book 1. Well, not that book 1 was bad. That makes it sound like book 1 was bad. But book 2 was more pleasurable, and at the end of book 2, I didn't even question it. I was just like immediately got book 3. So that's where I'm at. That's what we're doing. That's what it's become. Thanks.
That's where he's at.
Thanks. All my credits gone. There's like 8 of these damn books. It might get tedious, though. I'm starting to like the characters. I still hate Donut. What a horrible character.
Out of context, that sounds wild. I still hate Donut. He's just not a good person.
He's not.
Energy drinks are awful, says Hoosier.
I've only had an energy. This is no lie. I've only had an energy drink one time in my life. One time.
Oh yeah.
And this was 2000 and I want to say 10. And I don't even know what it was. Just some side of the highway gas station energy drink that came in like a 40-ounce can or whatever they try to get you to geek out on.
Are you sure it was an energy drink?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Maybe it was something else.
No, it was right. It looked like it was it was in the energy drink section, but it looked like a 40.
Yeah.
And it was like grape.
Oh.
And I swear I could see through walls. I was singing songs. The radio was off. It was horrible. It gave me the worst headache. My life flashed in front of my eyes.
The whole 9.
It was horrible. Horrible. But I was able to drive from California to Kansas in one go.
So there was one little upside.
So there was an upside. We were all just absolutely geeked out on these things. Because we had to drive from LA to the middle of nowhere, Kansas for a motorcycle event.
Wow.
Trailing a bunch of bikes. And there were like 3 cars in our caravan and 2 trailers and a bunch of people. And we all made it alive, even though most of us were like ridiculously geeked out. Like I felt like that should, if they're going to, like if speed is illegal, those should be illegal.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. There's just no difference.
Like, I've never taken drugs, but that's what I imagine taking drugs is like. Because that's what it did to me. Like, I don't drink a lot of caffeine. It's the same way, like, I don't take a lot of aspirin or Excedrin or anything like that. No. So when I do, it works because I don't have a tolerance built up against it. So if I take, like, 2... Advil, whatever I was taking the Advil for is like within the count of 10 gone. So I love it because the stuff works when you don't take it all the time. If I take like ephedrine, or it's not ephedrine anymore, like Sudafed, for like a stuffy note, it like immediately dries me out and I'm back to normal. Drugs are bad, okay. Just revisited the Sprawl series, Fizzle. What is Sprawl? Grape 4 Loco? No, it wasn't 4 Loco, but you can't do energy drinks with sugar, though, which is good. I'd probably be 300 pounds if you did. Do you drink a lot of them, Wad? TK says you don't drink coffee. What, do you get like a full night's sleep? I sleep like the dead. I started taking methylated vitamins
Oh, okay.
Instead of the normal
melatonin?
Huh?
Melatonin
No, the
style,
methylated
or?
vitamins are done where they're condensed in a way that your body actually absorbs as close to 100% of them as possible.
Interesting.
Whereas normal vitamins, your body doesn't get as much of them as they can because they're mirrored chemical bonds.
Do you notice a difference?
Yes. Like they said that one of the weird side effects of it is you may find that you sleep better.
Huh.
And I only looked that up because I was like, I don't know why I'm sleeping so well. Like waking up in a pool of drool kind of sleep, like just dead to the world.
Maybe because they're your vitamins. Interesting.
So, yeah, when I looked it up, it was like, oh yeah, it'll make you sleep better now. What are these again? You need to try now. I'll get the brand name, but it's just methylated men's multivitamin. If you look for that, and it's not like they're super expensive or anything. They are really good though.
I do like me some coffee.
Really good.
I like a cappuccino.
Well, so like I get decaf.
Yeah.
I would get a decaf mocha through the winter.
Yeah.
And then now I was ordering them, but the whole staff at that Starbucks changed.
Oh.
So I would say decaf mocha, and I get here and I could take like 3 or 4 sips and have a headache, and I had to throw it out because they're giving me caffeinated coffee.
Yeah.
They didn't actually make any decaf, so they're just sneaking it in on you. I got mad at them.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you do that?
Can't have caffeine.
Like, I am literally a beacon of disguise for you. Like, you cannot pull it over on me. Hobbybot says, what is the book series you started listening to? Me? The Dungeon Crawler Carl stuff. I'm just starting book 3.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Some reason an energy drink can help you fight off a migraine. Caffeine is one of the things that helps with migraines.
That's why you have Excedrin has a lot of caffeine in it.
Blood thinners. William Gibson. Who's William Gibson? Is that the Neuromancer stuff? Is that the sprawl you were talking about? It's the caffeine that gets rid of it. You can do that. I've heard that if you have migraines, that you should, at the beginning of each day, drink a glass of salt water. But it's a particular kind of sea salt that you need to be using, Himalayan pink sea salt or something like that, in water. I know a lot of people have a hard time stomaching salt water. It kind of can get you nauseous as you get used to it. But I've heard that works. I can't get Jen to do it. Like I keep telling Jen, because Jen gets migraines, I keep telling her, like, you should try this because everybody swears by it. Yeah. The people I talk to literally swear by this.
I get headaches when it rains. The low pressure. That's when I get my
Oh,
headaches.
yeah? Mm-hmm. All right.
So I don't like the rain. I always tell when it's gonna rain.
I've been very lucky in my life because I don't suffer from headaches. Like if I get a headache, it's because I've got a concussion or something, you know.
Yeah, I never get those like migraines where it's just like
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
You know, Jen has them and they're debilitating, and I don't know how to understand it because I can't imagine a headache that causes you to like not be able to have your eyes open in the light.
Yeah.
So advanced flesh tone over the top of warm flesh is a great way to do leather, right? So I'm just going to do some textured brush strokes of this over the top of the warm brown base that we put there. I'm doing the whatever the thing on the front is called. Gosh, I know what this is called. The deal at the front of the saddle, the horn.
The horn.
I think it's called the saddle horn.
Saddle. Yeah. Saddle horn.
Ta-da! I knew it.
Chat, what are we gonna do?
About what?
I don't know. Jason's not going to be here Monday or Tuesday. What are we going to do?
Well, he's already building up to his takeover of the stream. His takeover in the Chris show.
I won't do that. This is not my show. This is Monument show. This is our show. This is We the People's show.
Why do I talk?
That's on you, though.
Why do I talk? Chat, why do I even bother?
We the People will paint.
Why
That's for dang sure.
do I even bother?
No, I will. I will make sure the show goes on. I 100% will. That is my life blood for you, chat. I will die on this stream. For
Whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa. That's an
How
HR
extreme
disaster. There's
Chris is gonna
so much
fix Smaug.
paperwork.
I might fix Smaug. We'll see. I am going to reprime him. I just have to see how I would actually paint that thing. I don't know how to hold it and actually paint it.
This is where he's excusing himself out.
Oh, no. I'm not excusing myself out. Oh, no. Now I have to.
See?
No, we're not doing that, little Billy.
Don't let him do it, chat.
10 train whistles and 2 energy drinks. You guys want to paint a Smaug? Done. There's 5 hours left to stream. What? How to paint Smaug in 10 minutes.
Come back and the stream room just looks like an explosion went off.
Definitely like a beautiful mind area, you know? No, they're not the rules. I make the rules. I am the captain now. You're right. Let's bring this back to center.
I'm trying to paint here, showing people how to make leather.
Yeah, sorry. Let's bring this back to center. Welcome in, everybody.
We spent a lot of time and effort making this a professional show, Christopher.
You're right. You're right. There is some truth in what you just said. We have our fun, but now it's serious painting time with Jason Craze and me. Fill in the blank. You said it's the People's Show. It is technically the People's Show, but we're not going to have that tomfoolery.
Bill Tomery.
Tomfoolery? Fillery Tom?
I don't know what these things are. Very weird, like saddle platform things. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's a thing. I'm not an equestrian guy.
Maybe it's a thing. Who knows?
I'm not a guy who knows. I'm not really as in tune with all of the equestrian nonsense that's out there.
Is he sitting on cloth? Is that what that looks like?
It looks like it could be like cloth flying out the back, but he's not moving enough for that to be the case. I think it's like leather flaps at the back of the saddle.
It's whinnying, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's stationary.
Do you think that's what this horse does? Is
I have a feeling, yes, but it's absolutely deathly because that's
I
why
feel like this is like
moving.
a dinosaur noise, right? I'm just doing them as leather flaps because that's my prerogative.
It might be. I think. Does it, Winnie? I don't know.
Hey, Wilbur.
Oh, here's a
I'm
question.
Mr. Ed.
Good old Mr. Ed. You remember Mr. Bill?
Yep.
Oh, no. Hey, Mr. Bill.
Hello, Mr. Hand.
That was my intro to comedy as a young man. If you all need a little bit of insight, there you go.
Sluggo! Oh, no! They tear Mr. Bill up every show.
That's so horrible.
So horrible.
Oh, here's a question. I have your gray earth coarse basing. What do you recommend colors for basic earthy look?
I like the browns, right? It depends. You can do gray, but the browns going from like black brown to dark umber, light umber is great.
I also like how you did your pink bear basing.
That was like grays.
It's like
and
grays
browns,
and greens.
like warm grays, greens.
I really like that one.
I love taking any of the earth tones and layering them up together. So, it's kind of like we're doing here with this guy is just play with the color, right?
Yeah.
So, anything like this where I start with browns and then work up to grays and then maybe do a glaze of like dark camo green. It's because I like slate.
Yeah.
These are slate resin bases that are on these guys. They're poured resin bases. And so they've got slate on them. And so it's browns, it's dark umber, light umber, and then warm gray, neutral gray on the rock, and then like a dark yellow green or a dark camo green glaze on the rock to give it kind of just a mossy green feel. But I like my bases to remain a little neutral. A lot of that depends on the color of the model. If the model's white, then more color on the base can work really well. A model like a Blood Angel that's red, typically not. Because you already have so much color on there. Chris was talking about this guy.
Really like that.
Right, and this was all
style.
like dark neutral gray, warm gray, bright warm gray, dry brush over the top, and then a lot of greens, yellows, kind of just spot glazed over it, so it gives you some patchwork color. And then, of course, tufts
and
that were this kind
simple.
of dark greenish that I painted on there on the tufts. I think we repainted the tufts.
It's super simple.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's what's nice about it.
Yeah, and again, the model is highly warm because it's this, bright pink, evil devil
great.
Care Bear. But and so a neutral, more green tone on the base helps out a lot to give you some contrast.
Really fun model.
Makes the eye focus on the model. That is a fun model. Shelby picked that one.
Yeah, good model.
Good old Schlebby. So this is just advanced flesh tone on its own. I mixed it 50-50 with the warm brown for the first pass. Then we'll do it by itself as a highlight. And then we'll probably finish up the leather with something like olive flesh.
I'd watch more Care Bears if they look like that. Definitely be an interesting take.
Are they even still a thing?
I don't know. TK421, thanks for the time, guys. Yep. No problem. You have a great weekend.
Yeah, definitely, TK. Enjoy the weekend, do something fun, or do nothing at all.
One day we'll have hot pink in a bottle says paint liquor. Maybe.
Don't even hold your breath. I'm not making it just out of spite.
Oh, man. It is not good to eat. Do not do that. Do not eat the paint. We do not eat the paint.
Nope.
Nobody
Not
does.
a thing. Not a thing, chat.
Not supposed to. And you shouldn't.
Bad. Bad for you.
It's bad news, man.
Tastes bad. Certified donkey butt flavoring.
Yuck.
Yuck. Love it.
Gross.
Gross. That was a ginism right there.
Little Billy says, will you guys ever have the Color Forge Dark Hot Pink on your online store? I know it will be releasing in America soon. I hope.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's Louise's?
Yeah, that's Louise's
The Rogue
signature.
Hobby signature?
Rogue Hobby's signature.
Yep. Belcor. Actually, we have a really good, I'll read your question here, but we also have a really good short on this. Speaking of bases, I really like the look of your red earth. Will burnt sienna plus noosh be a good weathering for that? Also, how can I make a fully painted model more uniform with that said base? Tinted washes and shadows.
Yes, the red earth is basically a version of burnt sienna. It's a little bit darker. So burnt sienna and noosh to weather it more, I think works great. If you wanted to bring that as an environmental color onto the model, those are definitely the color to use, the burnt sienna. I don't know that I understand the rest of the question, though. Help me out.
Also, how can I make a fully painted model more uniform with the base? Tinted washes for shadows, question mark?
A fully painted model more uniform with the base. To bring that red earth into the model? Is that what you're asking me?
Are you trying to make it so that the base doesn't stick out as much because the model looks so different? Maybe clarify a little bit for us, Belcor.
Yeah, give me a little bit of an understanding of what that means to you.
Wad says, Jamie Daggers does a 4-color challenge on her stream on Fridays and used 4 colors from the Rogue Hobby set today. Nice. They're very universal colors. She did a great, Louise did a great video on that.
Olive flesh is what I'm looking for. Well, actually, I could use warm flesh instead. Let's use warm flesh instead. We've been using all flesh tones except for warm brown. Warm brown, advanced flesh tone, warm flesh for our leather. Then we'll hit it with some transparent brown. What say you?
What say you?
The eyes have it. Do you love how I ask you what you think, chat, and then just move on before you give me an answer?
Yes.
Does that make you feel
I think
good?
everybody loves that. Hey, chat, what color do you want? I'm using warm. I'm using this color right now. I'm using olive flesh. You don't get a say. Bellicor is clarifying, yes, my textures are all shaded and highlighted with their own colors, so they lack uniformity, i.e. warm reds and cool blues, but no environmental hue to tie them together.
That's something where I'd really need to see the model.
See an
because
example?
you don't, like, if you wanted to put a filter over the whole model, that gets to be fairly scary.
Yeah.
In what it actually does to the composition.
Just to tie it to the base?
It can be good, but what is the whole storytelling aspect that you're going for that requires you to tie the base more into it? You know, if you're just wanting the model to feel like it's in the environment that you're providing, then it can be as simple as dusting the leg with, you know, like a dry brush of the burnt sienna to put, you know, the dirt coming up the leg, things like that. I don't know that every color needs to have the environment, but that might be something you're going for specifically in the storytelling you're trying to do that I don't understand. So yes, I mean, filters can help to tie everything together, but they can also take so much away from the overall composition if you're not careful.
Yeah.
This color, the warm flesh, I'm just kind of stippling in as a highlight. So if you're not familiar with stippling, it's just kind of poking dots of color, and you cluster them where you want the color to be more prevalent, and then kind of go out looser, fewer dots as you move away from that bright spot.
Jason, you have 2 minutes left.
No. Are you kidding?
No. It's 3:58.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
What the?
See, we've been having fun, chat. Doing some painting.
That doesn't even register as being real. I have to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having.
I feel like I'm a little out of focus. Can you do the focus
You
thing?
look pretty good to me.
Thanks. Can you do the focus thing? Like I'm not seeing the stippling. Like if we're looking at the stippling on the saddle here.
I got an idea. Zoom in a little. There we go. That's a little better. There we go.
Bingo. There we go.
That's at 500 because I moved it a little.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Ooh.
Right. So the stippling gives a texture to the leather.
Yeah.
Which makes it different from metal and all the other things that we're doing. I'm a big fan of making sure as you're painting that you bring more texture into the different materials with your brush stroke, because the sculpt doesn't always do it. A lot of times it's just flat resin, flat plastic, right?
Yeah.
And so you're not going to get everything you want.
Alexander says, maybe the real stipplings are the friends you've made along the way. That's hilarious.
That's a little much.
I do.
You're just
like
going to come in here and say that and then leave?
Thanks. Good night. That's a great. I do like stippling. I just never do it. So maybe that's
well,
my
and
goal.
you can use like little hash marks, you know, fall into that same thing where you do little
Yeah.
rough edges.
Maybe that's what I need to do, chat. Maybe that's what I need to do.
It's really rough on your brush.
It is?
Yeah,
Well, I
stippling
guess
is because you're using the point that doesn't have a lot of stiffness to it
Yeah.
necessarily. But it's so great for breaking up the line along, especially along edges and such.
Yep. What a day. Stippled, Smaug confirmed.
Yeah, whole thing.
I could do
Pointillism. I'm going to need you to look it up over the weekend, Chris, because that's what you're doing next week. Smaug and pointillism.
I won't do it. But I was actually thinking about like doing like a smudge brush or like kind of coming up with a cool undertone of like smudging or something for it.
Mm-hmm.
Then dry brushing over it, essentially.
Okay.
Kind of like how I do the rusty metal, but maybe something similar, and then do like a red glaze over it. Like for scalies. I don't know. I have to think about it.
Yeah, you could do that. Like it would be cool to do like a purple-ish.
Something like that. Undertone, right?
Yeah.
Like stippling it with a dry brush, maybe. I don't know. I have to think about it. Because I think he has texture on him. I'll have to relook at the model. It's a big model.
Well, hey, he has scale texture. Yeah, the sculpt has got quite a bit of texture on it, if I remember right.
It's just so hard to hold because those little claws at the end of his wings are they're just so fragile. It's hard to keep them from not just snapping off. Chris would be a hero if I stippled Smaug. I'll do it for chat.
Careful, Chad. He's going to come with another DA 400 brush and stipple.
I'll stipple.
It's like two things. It's like donk, donk, and it's two big splotches of paint. All right, stipple.
No, that would make for a boring stream if I actually was going to stipple it. Just like dee, 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 dee. Or maybe it's the year-long process of me doing it. Please, no.
Please,
hey.
No. Do I get a vacation? While you stipple Smaug, do I get to go do something else?
Sure.
Okay, done. He's doing it, chat.
If that's what gets you to go on vacation, I will do that for Jason.
You know that's not going to happen.
I know.
The closest thing that's going to be vacation is me going to UK Games Expo. And even then, Gabe will come back and he'll be like, traveling with Jason really sucks. Because he didn't want to go have fun at all. Right, again, like this panel here, when I'm stippling, watch how I'll get in there and I'll start kind of where I know I want my brightness to be, which is kind of at the front corner here. And we'll stipple quite a bit heavily, right, nested together so the dots don't really stand out. It just gives you some brightness, right? Then reload the brush, repoint with fresh paint, and then do little dots that spread out from there that are not nested, right? That are just like little pin pricks. Think of painting a star field as it gets further and further, each dot spread out further and further as you get away from the middle, right? And then you wind up with a neat textured pattern that allows you to keep your highlights, right? Because you've got more of this stippling nesting together and giving you the brighter color here. And then it blends out by the dots being further apart as they go away from one another.
Wow.
And that's look, that's my fingernail. So it's a teeny tiny area where you can gain contrast through texture, where blending in that area might be a real pain for you. So you don't have to worry about, oh God, what am I going to do in that little bitty area in the armpit? Well, you can still stipple and get a blend, but you're not really having to waste time, really blending.
It's looking good, Jason.
Why, thank you. Fun model. It's kind of neat. The Payne's Gray had a really neat effect on the armor. I thinned it way down, but you can see the kind of bluish nature of the steel along here, along with the brown gray. So now the magnesium, the steel, the brown gray, and the Payne's Gray washes on there have really turned the armor into a neat base that when I go back and highlight it with silver, I think will be really cool.
I dig it. When in doubt, dot it out.
Sits well with everything else. Everything else! Ha-ha! Everything. You're going to have to stick around because I am going to do the transparent brown on it real quick.
Oh.
So just ruined Chris's weekend. He's looking to go to his cosplay session tonight.
That's right.
Right? He's dressing up as Old Man Winter.
Old Man Winter. That's me.
And
good old Man Winter.
And it's outside in a park, and it's 98 degrees. So everybody tell Chris, have fun.
I won't do it.
I won't do it. Can't make me.
Chris does have to use the restroom, so I will be right back.
Oh, my God. We've been forcing Chris to hold it. He's been pinching it for an hour. What the heck kind of place is this? All right. I can't get him to punch the camera out, so we're just going to go in here. This is just a thinned with water on the brush, transparent brown. Lots of water. Turn it into a glaze, basically, to where on my thumb it's letting you see through fairly well. And then this will allow all the stippling texture that we put on there to remain, but knocks the contrast down a bit, makes it look a little aged, and pulls all my browns, all my flesh tones and everything together in the world of brown. This is my favorite way by far to do leather, because the transparent brown just acts as such a great final layer. It's a orangish brown, so it'll give me a warmer coloring. As you notice, the warm flesh, when we put it over the top of the other colors, made it look a little bit more pale. And the transparent brown will warm it back up, give it kind of a old, natural, worn leather look. Lovely. Oh, he's back. Dang it. See how good that looks, chat?
Looks great.
Super simple.
I'm back.
Again, this is just a brush load of water and transparent brown. No mixing with anything else. That stippling really comes alive when you do the brown transparent over it.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more here. All right. I like it.
Wow. He likes it, chap. What are you going to do? I think it looks all right.
Yeah, I know.
What? What?
He said it's all right. I know. It's not my best work, but, whatever. Chris is always the critic.
Hey, whoa.
Always the critic. Busted out one?
Bust it out, baby. Nice.
Starting to come together.
It's looking great. Looking good.
I need to knock the shine down on these plates on his back, rear.
Mm-hmm.
They shine a lot more than the armor on his body does. So that's it for us. That's an end of another amazing week, chat.
Wow. Chat.
Monday through Friday, right? Don't worry, Jason. He was like this with me in class at Adepticon. Flapsack, really?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did he hassle you?
I'd never do that to our beautiful chat people. Flapjack, no.
Support at monumenthobbies.com. Flapsack.
If you report me, I will hunt you down.
Anything negative you have to say about Chris will be handled seriously.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay.
That's it. The gang up continues. Thank you, chat. Remember, if you're new around here, please hit that follow button if you're on the Twitch, or the subscribe button over on YouTube. We are Monument Hobbies. We make all these wonderful paints and brushes that you've seen us using on stream. Please check out the link Chris threw up in chat there. We stream Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in Arizona. We'd love to see you back, so sign up for the alerts and all of that. Have a wonderful weekend. Remember, on our Discord, as Ghost Hunter points out, 5,575 amazing artists in the Discord getting more and more grossed out by the zombie horror. And it's not that gross. I didn't personally have any moments like we do sometimes when painting like Nurgle or something like that, but it's coming together. So thanks so much. Have a wonderful weekend, chat. Stick around. Chris is going to find somebody to raid, so show some love in the chat we wind up in, and we will catch you back here on Monday. Thanks, gang.